pleasant morning to everyone. Welcome to the Feps in Service Training 2020 Day 2. And for this session, we are going to talk about workshop on online learning assessment, platform applications, important of features of Google Classroom, Zoom, Nearpod, and other web applications. This is Sir Haramel Team, and I will be your speaker for today's session. Now, the webinar is divided into 4 parts. Now, for this video, we will be focusing on Google Classroom. After this, we will be talking about Zoom, then Nearpod, then other online applications. So, let's start. Part 1, Google Classroom. Now, how to set up Google Classroom for distance and blended learning. Now, let us first think about that we are facing right now. Communication. Communication is more challenging when you're not on the same together during distance and blended learning. So even in a classroom setting, normal classroom setting, communication is hard. Even if we are only in the classroom, it's even harder when we are not in the same room. That is what Google Classroom will be solving. That is the problem that Google Classroom will be solving. Important thing that you need to know why Google Classroom is very important is because have a well-organized, easy-to-understand digital classroom when teaching using distance and blended learning. Second, that's the reason why setting up Google Classroom is your #1 priority. Why? Because Google Classroom will serve as your central hub where announcements, assignments, materials, links to the additional resources, and many more are posted. And also, students will even be able to hand in work through Google Classroom, and you as teachers will be able to provide them with feedback there as well. And also, the Google Classroom can also make students feel or maintain that sense of community. They can communicate there using Google. So what are we waiting for? Let's start. Now, I'm going to show you step by step on how to set up your Google Classroom. I guess most of you already know this. Let's just have a short recap because 2 months of not using Google Classroom, or a month of not using Google Classroom might clog, to call this, you might forgot some of the things, how to set up your Google Classroom. So at least this will be a good refresher course for you to set up again your Google Classroom. Okay, so this is how you set up your Google Classroom. Number 1, you go to your browser, Chrome or Microsoft Edge, whatever. Type Google Classroom. Yan, Classroom. Okay, and then you will be redirected in this window, and then you see here, you click Google Classroom. Okay, once you're already here, the Google Classroom, if you notice, there is still no classes. Now, if you remember last year, the grade level coordinators or the IT of the school already made the Google Classroom. So when we started our class, each section already had a classroom per subject. Okay, so you were not able to make a classroom for that particular class. Okay, but if ever something will be changed, how to add classrooms. Okay, now what are the things you need to do to add classrooms? So you, at the upper right corner, you will see here a plus sign. You click that plus sign. You can either join class or create class. So in our case, since we will be creating a class, we will click create class. Okay, once you click that, it is required to put a class name. If you remember, the class names are, for example, Science 7, and then the name of the teacher, Sir Harry. section 7A, okay, 7A, Archimedes. Subject, science. And then once that is done, then create. Okay, once your classroom is created, you will be redirected in this window. Now, if you notice at the upper corner, at the top, you will see here 4 words. We have stream, classwork, people, and grades. Let us start with stream. Okay, now in stream, it's just like Facebook, if you here, you will put here announcements or assignments, whatever stuff. So, how to put announcement on stream? So here, if you notice, you just click. Okay, now if you just click an announcement, okay, PE time tomorrow. Okay, for example. Okay, so that will be your announcement for tomorrow. So you will post it. You have 2 options. Number 1, you can post, if you click post, it will be posted right now. If you click schedule, it will be scheduled to another time. Or if you save draft, it will not be posted, nor it will be posted in the future. But if you will post it manually, it will be posted. Like for example, PE time tomorrow, post. Okay, and there. So that announcement is posted already. Okay, or what if you want to schedule a post? Okay, bring materials tomorrow. Okay, for example, and you want to schedule that post later tonight. So you click schedule, then give the day, give the time. So let's say you will post it tomorrow morning, or tonight na lang, say tonight. And then 10 p.m. Tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow 8 a.m. then schedule. So your second post, which is found here on saved announcement, will be posted tomorrow morning 8 o'clock. Okay, now one of the tip that I researched yesterday was that as much as possible, to make the stream useful, use only the stream for announcements. Okay, if ever you have some announcements for things that they need to do, or things that they need to bring, or for example Zoom links or Nearpod links, then it can be done in the stream. Do not put assignments there. Do not put classwork there. Okay, why? Because your stream will be cluttered. Okay, and then once it will be cluttered, it will no longer be useful, or the students will have a hard time finding the post that they need. So as much as possible, please, announcements will only be done on stream. And another thing, at the upper right corner, you will see here this gear. This is the settings. So when you click here, you will find here some things that you can set. For example, you can change the name of the class description, blah blah. And then you have here the invite codes. So manage invite codes, enable. So if you enable this, you'll be able to invite students using the class code or the class link. So here you have here in general invite codes. So if you enable it, you will be able to invite students using the class code. And you can also invite them using this link over here that you can copy, okay, and then give it to your students. Okay, in the stream here, this is very important, no? So in the stream setting, you have three options here. Students can post and comment. Students can comment, can only comment, or only teachers can post or comment. Now, it is important, no, to declutter your stream. It should be best if you click students can only comment, no, so that your students can only comment there, because last year the stream was flooded with present. It's because the students were just carefree, no, they just post present there. Unlike if you click students can only comment, so if you post something, students can only post there in the comment box, not the stream itself. Okay, so it will make your stream cleaner. Okay, we also have here another one. Okay, class stream, show condensed notification, hide notification, show attachment and details. So here, show condensed notification is fine. Okay, and then we also have here the Meet, no? This is another one of the new features of Google Classroom. You'll be able to meet your students using Google Meet, but we'll be talking about that later. Okay, and then we have here grading calculation, blah blah, add category, etc. So yeah, so wait, let's post that. Okay, and then once everything is set, then click save. And there. So now you have set your stream area. Okay. Now, if we must also be mindful of the students, no? So you should always tell them to comment only important things on the stream, or important comments that are related to the topic. So if ever there are some comments of the students that you didn't like, okay, let's say for example they put something, no, in the they put a comment that you don't like, no, in the comment, how to delete that? You should always be mindful about the comments, because maybe some of these comments, no, are not suitable for the lesson, no, itself. So if you don't like the comment, so you just click here. If you see the three dots over here, just click here and then delete, and then delete. Okay, so that is how you will be able to delete some comments. Okay, so that is what you're going to do in the stream. Okay, post announcements there. Okay, now let's proceed with how to add students. Okay, how to add students. So here you go here at the top, no, you see here people. Okay, you just click people, and in adding students, you have two options. You can either give them the class code, which is this one. You click this box over here, you give them this class code, or you give them this link, your class link. Okay, then they will be able to go inside your classroom, given that they have a Google Gmail account. Okay, or if you want to add them manually, then you can invite students here, and then it's either give them the link again, or you manually type their names. Okay, like for example, Harry. Ayan, for example, I'm going to add myself as my student. Invite. So Harry will be given an email notifying that he is invited to join this classroom. Okay, so that is how you're going to invite students. Now let's proceed now with classwork. Now, the classwork here is the most important one, no? It's because it is where you will be posting now all of the activities, all of the materials, all of the things that you want to do during your class. Okay? So, first, okay, so when you click classwork, this is the thing that you will notice, no? So, assign work to your class here, create assignments and questions, use topics to organize your classworks into modules, and order work the way you want to students to see it. Okay? Now, first thing that you need to do in order for your Google Classroom to become organized is to put topics. Now, the topics or the heading depends on you, on how you will arrange your class. Maybe Miss Lilia in the next day, she will show us how she organized her class, no? Because one time during our we have a meeting last school year, where Miss Lilia organized her classroom this way. So, of course, that was one of the best practices that Miss Lilia shared to us, and because of that, when we applied it, the classwork is much more organized than before. Okay, but again, the classwork depends on you. Okay, for example, how will you create? First, how will you create the topic? Okay, so you click create, and you will see here assignment, quiz assignment, question, material, reuse, post. We will discuss them one by one, but for now, let's proceed with topic. Okay, so when you click topic, okay, so you will add here a topic. For example, our topic for quarter 1, first quarter. First quarter is scientific investigation. Okay, so our class activity under scientific investigation will be put into this section. Okay, so now let's proceed in how to set up how to create your classwork. So you have here 5 options, no? So the first one is assignment. Okay, now usually this is the thing that I usually use, no? Why? Because you can put everything here, eh? Okay, for example, okay, of course, when you add or create materials, you will click here. Okay, so what, for example, topic. Okay, maybe activity 1, the scientific method, for example lang. Scientific method. Okay, now here in the instruction, no, in giving instruction, usually in a normal setting, we just say it, diba? We just say it. Or when we construct an instruction in a test paper, it can be like a one sentence instruction only. But according to what I've read, no, it is much effective if you give the instruction step by step. Okay, like 1, what do they need to do? 1, open the file. 2, blah 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 blah. 3, blah 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 blah. 4, something like that. Okay, and also don't forget to for example, if it's an essay, then don't forget to tell them how they are graded, something like that. Okay, now after which you have here 2 options on how to put materials here. So when you click this add here, okay, so you have options. You can get either files from Google Drive, or you can put a link, or you can add a file in from your computer, or you can search a YouTube video, or if you want to show them a video, and then you will put it here, then you can click YouTube and then something like that. Okay, so let's try Google Drive. Okay, so when you click Google Drive, so for example, I'm going to put here, I'm going to select this one, so I'll just click it, then insert. So that is a and then you have an option, no? Students can view this file, students can edit or make a copy for each student. What I suggest, no, is make a copy for each student. Okay, maybe because, for example, if that file is let's say a Word file, and then you want the students to download that Word file, and then they will type it using their computer and then resubmit it here. So it's better to make a copy for each student. Okay, so make a copy for each student, not just view. Again, don't forget, make a copy for each student. Okay, next, let's add a link. Okay, let's say you want the students to okay, let's add a link. Okay, so that's a link from a Loom video. Again, there, put that one. And then, or if you want to upload a file from your computer, you can for example, if you want to upload a file in your computer, no, so you just do it like this. Again, you have two options, no? You can either drag the file or you click browse, get the file, click the file, then open, then it will be uploaded, or you can drag the file there. So again, make a copy for each student. And lastly, we have YouTube. So if ever you want to insert a video from YouTube, you can automatically search here, like scientific method. So there. So just click that and then add. And then it will be automatically be inserted in your Google in your activity. Okay, another thing that you can also do is create. Now in the create button, you can either create a document file, a Google slide, a Google sheet, drawing, or form. Now in this case, no, usually we seldom use this. It's because usually most of our files are pre-made already in Microsoft Word or Microsoft PowerPoint. We seldom use Google Docs or Google Slides, so we'll not dig into this. Okay, next, here also, please don't forget here in this part, don't forget to click the topic, no, so that you can put this activity under a certain topic. For example, first quarter scientific investigation. There. And then you'll see here also the due date. When will it be submitted? Okay, let's say it will be submitted on Thursday. Click 20 and then what time? Let's say 12 p.m. That's the due date. So on August 20, 12 p.m. that's the due date of the activity. And then also they will please also add points, no? So if it is graded, so you have two options here. You have graded or ungraded. So if you put ungraded, then once they submit this, it will just notify you that the student submit something, but you don't need to put points on it. Or if you want to put points on it, then just click, for example, 50 points there. So that's gone. Okay, and then also there's another thing, no, you can add rubric. For example, if ever there's an essay there, no, if it's not stated there in your if it's not stated there, then you can add rubric. Pero let's just discuss that later on. And also here in the where will you send this? Okay, if you want to send this to all students, then you just click all students. But if ever you only want to send this topic or this activities to specific people in your class, then you click those people. Okay, and for this one, since I don't have any students in this classroom, so I can't show you that. Okay, and again, you have another option again. Lastly, we have assign or this one. So you can either assign, you click assign, then it will automatically be posted, or you click schedule, then it will be automatically posted on a certain date or a certain time. You will post this, or if you want to edit this in the future, but not to post it also, then you can also click save draft. Okay, if you want to again save muna. Okay, so let's assign it now. Okay, so I'll click assign. Okay, so now let's create another, for example, quiz assignment. Now usually when you click quiz assignment, it's just like the first one, but you will be there will be a Google form inserted automatically. So this is a good way for just like a quick quiz lang. If you want like a 5-item to 10-item quizzes, this quiz assignment is good, no? So again, don't forget to click the points, due date, the topic, blah blah blah, something like that. Next, we have also the question. Now this is the one that we usually use, no? I usually use personally. Like if I want to pose a question to the students, like for example, question number 1: what are the steps in the scientific method? Okay, so there again, put instruction. What are the instructions that you want to tell them? As much as possible, please be do it step by step. And then you have the option to add files or to create files, but usually I don't do this, no. Since it's you only ask a question here, so you may or may not put stuff here. And then you have the option either to make it a short answer or a multiple choice. If you choose a short answer, then their answers will be in essay form. But when you choose multiple choice, then you have to put options here like this, and then like this, like that, like that. And don't forget to click here for you to click the answer key. Then don't forget how many points. It's ungraded. Due date, no due date. Topic, don't forget the topic, first quarter. And then you can have the option that students can see class summary, but I rather not. So let's unclick this. And then you ask or assign or schedule. Okay, I'll just click ask. There. So next, what if you want to give them some additional materials, but you don't want to put it in assignment? Okay, so you click material. So in the material part, you can add here some additional resource materials that you want to share to your students, but doesn't necessarily they have to answer those, no? So for example, let's say you want to add a thing from your file, so upload, browse. again, then click one file, then open, wait for it to be uploaded, and voila, it will be uploaded. And then again, students can just access this. Okay, they don't need to answer anything, but they can access this. Okay, but again, according to the video, no, again, the material thing is just for additional materials. But if you want to students to answer, then put it in assignment. Okay, then click the topic to make it organized, all students, then okay, so there. And lastly, we have another according to my source, utilize Google Calendar. Let the students know how to use the calendar for them to have a bigger view on when are the due dates of their assigned tasks. So make use of the Google Calendar. If you click this, they will be prompted to see when will be the deadline of their like for example here, on August 20, I have an assignment activity 1. And another thing also here, you also have the class drive. Now in the class drive, every time that you will post something, and then the students will answer that and then re-upload it in Google Classroom, all of the stuff that you gave them and they also uploaded in the Google Classroom is found here in the class drive folder. So if you want to access those files, you just click here, and then the files that you uploaded will be shown here, and also the files that the students uploaded will also be shown here in the class drive. Okay, only you can access this, students cannot. Okay, so that's it. So that is it for the Google Classroom. Hope you learned something from this talk, and stay tuned for part 2 of this workshop on online assessment platforms. Next up is video number 2, which is for Zoom.